So I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but are you ever walking down the sidewalk, minding your own business, taking up your half of the sidewalk and just enjoying yourself and being like, man, I love my half of the sidewalk. It's so great here where I belong. And then two people start coming, you know, holding hands, arms around each other, just walking side by side, whatever two people do when they walk together. I don't know. And then, you know, you guys are starting to get to a close enough distance from each other where one of them is gonna fall back and go behind the other person so you can carry on walking on your half of the sidewalk, and then that just doesn't happen, you know. It just doesn't happen. Like they just keep walking, and then I never know what to do in that situation. Like usually I know what I should do is just stand there and wait for one of them to fall back, but I usually have to end up jumping into the bushes. Like, am I supposed to walk right up to them and be like, I'm sorry, I saw that you guys were walking with each other, and I really didn't want to interrupt, but I was just, I was just wondering if you could move, like if you could, like do you know how? It's just something that boggles me every single time I see it happen. And what's worse than that is, or I suppose it's better, but it feels worse in how little effort they put in to, let's say there's two of them walking at you, and then the person who's closest to you, instead of moving behind or moving over at all for you to pass, they just do this. Just a little bit of like the shoulder, like the half shoulder. So then either I have to do the shoulder thing and then walk like this and pass them, or I just have to morph into half a person and, you know, squeeze on by. And they're usually talking about nothing. Sometimes they're not even talking. Sometimes they just want to be in the same space as each other, like, I see you and I see you too. Can we stand together? I really hope that we can just keep on walking together. There's another person coming. No. Don't mind them. Let's just keep standing beside each other and hope that they find a way to get around us. The only situation where I think it's okay for people to walk together on the sidewalk like that, you're like the mayor of the sidewalk. If you paid for that sidewalk space and you're walking down the sidewalk, I'll be like, well, I mean, it's Mr. and Mrs. Sidewalk, like you have to let them by. Like that's the only time. That's the only time it's okay. Otherwise, you need to understand that when somebody's coming towards you, you need to fall behind or fall in front or bow down and let me pass you, because I'm not gonna handle this anymore. And I know I say this and I act like I talk a big game, but there's never gonna be a time where I'm gonna just stop and be like, wait for them to make a path for me. It's never gonna happen. Especially for those really big intimidating groups where it's like 50 people and they're barreling down the sidewalk, laughing. But one day I'll be back. I'm just gonna stand there. I'm gonna have to part ways from me like the Red Sea, and then they're gonna reevaluate all their life choices and be like, oh my gosh, maybe we should we let people pass us when we're walking down the sidewalk? I never thought of, yeah. I didn't make an outro, so here's one. Bye.
Wanna see them dancing, strolling along on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get real far. Legs are required for walking, dancing, strolling along down those, what do you call them? Streets.